this was my plastic surgeon telling me, okay, once we do the expanders, then we're gonna do the implants, and once we put the implants in, then we'll go back and we'll do nipple reconstruction with tattooing. It was just like A, B, C, this is the process of reconstruction, this is what we do. So there was never once I decided to reconstruct, and I actually seriously thought about not, because I thought, oh, I really wasn't that big. I could wear loose shirts and sweatshirts. You know, I could wear scarves to kind of hide the fact that I was flat. You know, when we'd go swimming and stuff, they've got bathing suits with built-in implant, you know, because I do so bad with surgery. But then I just, after praying about it and talking to a bunch of people, and like I said, I teach fitness classes for a living. I'm constantly in tank tops. I just thought, ugh. I probably just should do it. And my doctor even said, you're young, you should do it. So once I decided to reconstruct, then it was like, okay, so this is the process of reconstruction, this is what we do. So there was never really a, do you want the tattoos or not? It was just like, this is what we do.
So it wasn't like you went, it was actually in a hospital that you got the cosmetic tattoos, for lack of better words. It wasn't like you went to a tattoo shop.
No, I did not go to a tattoo shop. I actually went to my doctor's office. It wasn't in a hospital, it was in his office, and he had a back room that because he was a plastic surgeon. So there were certain procedures he could do in office, and that was an in-office procedure.
So how is that the cosmetic tattoo? Is that what it's called?
I guess. I don't know. He called it nipple tattooing is what he called it. So I guess it's cosmetic. I don't know.
So in your experience or knowledge, how is that different from, like, because I know that there are places even here in Bend, Oregon, that they deal with, you know, that kind of tattooing for people who've been through some sort of cosmetic, you know, change. Do you know how different that is from what you had to what that is?
My only guess is that maybe not all plastic surgeons do the tattooing, so they might send the patient to a tattoo artist to get it done. He happened to be one that did it. So that's why, you know, he just said, yeah, come to my office, schedule an appointment, we'll do it. I don't know that all plastic surgeons do that. So I don't know. I've never been to a tattoo parlor. I don't know.
So, you know, like I don't know if you've seen when they use, like, the kind of tools that they use to do tattoos. Yeah, with the ink, you know, going into skin. Is that the kind of thing that he did with you?
Yeah, he had like this little gun with the ink, and like I said, I had to actually have a touch-up because the color wasn't totally right, and it was more he saying, this isn't right, I need you to come back. I think it was more like, I said, the only people who are going to see it are me and my husband. It's not like you're getting graded on your work. He's like, no, it's not right, I want to make it right. So I had to go back and endure more pain, but...
Yes, okay, so we'll kind of cover the pain a little bit, very clearly. That procedure, did you have both done at the same time, or was it separate occasions? And how long did it actually take?
He did do both at the same time, but then, like I said, I had to have a touch-up, so I had to come back. But he did it both, and he actually, he did shoot me up with lidocaine, and I still felt everything. He was shocked. He was like, wow, I can't believe, I said, no, and I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Like I said, 2015, my year of surgeries, I've had 2 C-sections, and all the times I came home from the hospital did not take any pain meds. This was very different.
You also mentioned that you're a woman of faith, and that this really helped you go through this. Do you want to just talk about that for a little bit?
Sure. When I was diagnosed, it was, you know, it was kind of shocking. My husband really had a hard time, and I've always heard that the family members of the people that are sick really have a harder time going through it than sometimes the sick person. You know, where he got mad at God, like, how dare you? Why would you do this to her? She's, you know, and he struggled with that was a very struggling point for his faith at the time. For me, and a lot of this is more as my personality, you know, and I would share this with my husband. I said, the why is a waste of my time. It's the what. It is what it is. I have cancer. I don't need to know why do I have cancer. My question is what? God, what are you trying to show me through this? That's how they found the cancer. It did not show up on a mammogram, and I had a normal physical exam. God does not let us live with F on our report card. He just lets us keep taking the test until we pass. So God, I don't want to take this test again. What are you trying to show me? And help me to learn it and pass the test the first time. A lot of times we have to walk through stuff because there's a purpose in the future that we don't see yet, but we're going to be able to minister and bless people that are going through the same thing.